Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today's hunt turned out to be a really good one, because I came across some titles I've been chasing for a while. We've got a good mix of RPGs and shooters from the PS2 and Xbox 360 era, along with a whole slew of other games. Let's jump in and see what I added to the collection this week, and then feature 4 games that you might consider checking out a little closer. I'll give you some gameplay footage and share a few fun facts about each one, so let's get started. Alright, so before we jump into that 4-game feature, let's talk a little bit about all the games that I'm adding to my collection, and we're going to fire through those real quickly. And that first game is going to be Red Dead Redemption, the Special Edition for the PS3. Then I added Xenosaga Episode I for the PS2. I picked up Saint for the Wii. Then I added Mario Super Sluggers for the Wii as well. Then I picked up Mario Party 8 for the Wii. And that last Wii game that I added to my collection this week is actually going to be Lego Indiana Jones. So next is going to be the only handheld game I added to my collection this week, and that's going to be Teenage Zombies Invasion of the Alien Brain Thingies. After that, I picked up some classic PS1 games, and that first game is going to be Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone. I then picked up a classic street skating one, Street Skater. After that, I picked up Cool Spot Goes to Hollywood. I then picked up a PS4 game, and that's going to be Naruto Shippuden Ultimate Ninja 4 The Road to Burrito. After that, I picked up an Xbox One game, and that's going to be Adventure Time Pirates of Enchiridion. I then picked up some Xbox 360 games, and the first one is going to be Record of Agarest War 0. After that, I picked up Brink. Then I picked up Dragon Age Origins. Following Dragon Age Origins, I picked up Dragon Age 2. And that last Xbox 360 game, and the last one to feature for today, is going to be Kingdom Under Fire Circle of Doom. Next, let's jump into that 4-game feature. So first up is going to be Record of Agarest War for the Xbox 360. This one's a tactical RPG with a twist. It mixes strategy battles with dating sim mechanics, which is pretty unique for the genre. The game is often called the Generation RPG, because your choices in romance literally affect the next generation of characters. You pass down traits to your descendants. It actually started as a Japanese exclusive PS3 title, but in North America it became better known on the Xbox 360. Despite being pretty niche, it spawned multiple sequels, cementing its spot as one of the more unusual tactical RPG series of the late 2000s. Next, we've got Xenosaga Episode I on the PlayStation 2. This game is one of those RPGs that really built its reputation over time, especially for fans of deep storytelling. Xenosaga is actually a spiritual successor to the cult favorite PS1 RPG Xenogears, developed by many of the same staff at Monolith Soft. The game was massive in length. Players could easily spend over 80 hours, with several hours of cutscenes alone. It also introduced Cosmos, who went on to appear in crossover games like Project X Zone, and even Xenoblade Chronicles 2 as a rare blade. Moving on, I picked up Brink for the Xbox 360. This one's a first-person shooter with some interesting ideas, but it didn't quite land with everyone when it released. Brink tried to shake up the FPS genre with its smart movement system, which let players wall run, climb, and vault in parkour-like style. The game was marketed heavily before release and was hyped as the next big online shooter. But at launch, it was plagued with server issues and bugs, which really caused a problem. Despite its rocky start, the visual design of the Ark, the floating city where the game takes place, is still praised for being unique and stylish. Brink actually became free to play on Steam years later, giving it a bit of a second life with PC players. And the last game to feature today is going to be Dragon Age Origins for the Xbox 360. This one is a huge pickup, one of BioWare's most beloved RPGs. The game was originally pitched as a spiritual successor to Baldur's Gate, keeping that classic Western RPG style but modernizing it for consoles. Origins features 6 different origin stories depending on the race and class you choose, which all shaped how NPCs reacted to you. It won multiple Game of the Year awards in 2009, and is still considered one of the best fantasy RPGs of its era. The choices you made carried over into Dragon Age 2 and Inquisition, setting the stage for one of the BioWare's biggest franchises. So that wraps up today's pickups. Definitely a solid mix of strategy, RPG storytelling, and shooters. Until next time, happy gaming!